Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Life and Times of Crazy Patrick. I know I haven't been around for a long time, and I'll get into that later. When I'm going to do for you tonight some red cheese and beef enchiladas. I'm going to show you how to make those. And while they're in the oven and we're waiting on that, I'll go in and I'm going to go over some stuff with my neuroendocrine carcinoma, let you know what's been going on and why I haven't been posting videos. And hopefully that's going to change now because I have some more things figured out and feeling a little bit better. So the first thing I want to let you know is for these red enchiladas, you have to make a red sauce. Now there's many ways to make red sauce. I use this Blue Ribbon. It's frozen red chili already blended up. It has some seasonings in it, not near enough. So I use this, and all you have to do is, if it's not totally thawed out, you can thaw it out in a pan, and then I use that. A couple cups of chicken stock, uh, a quarter teaspoon of garlic powder, quarter teaspoon of onion powder, and about not quite a half a teaspoon of cumin, and then just some salt and pepper. You just kind of have to taste it and put it to your taste. Uh, if you've had enchiladas before, red enchiladas, any place, and the sauce tasted bitter, they didn't put enough garlic in it. Garlic is what takes the bitter out of the red chili. Uh, the fresher the red chili, the better because they're a lot sweeter. But just keep that in mind. If it's a little bit bitter, just add a little more garlic powder. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this now, and I'll get into some of the other things. I need to dice an onion. You don't need to see that. I need to grate some cheese. You don't need to see that. And I need to get my beef started cooking, and I'll bring you back when we start on that, and we'll go from there. Uh, be back in just a little bit. Okay, folks, I'm back. We're going to go ahead and start frying I have a pound of lean ground beef right here. You don't want real greasy stuff, so try to get the leanest you can or the best you can afford. I know how things are right now. You got to be God dang made of money to afford anything at the grocery store anymore. So we're going to go ahead and fry that up. when it gets when I get it about brown, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put about a quarter of a chopped yellow onion in there. And then I'm also going to add about a quarter to about a quarter teaspoon of cumin. I'm going to add about the same of garlic powder, about the same of onion powder, and salt and pepper to taste. And that's going to be the filling for the beef enchiladas. So when I get this done, we'll come back again and I'll show you how I prepare the tortillas. Now, this is the cheese that I use for the cheese enchiladas. It's called queso fresco. It's probably backwards on there, right? So it's called queso fresco. It's a Mexican cheese. And when you try to grate it, it really don't grate. It kind of more just kind of comes apart and kind of clumps. And then I'm also going to use some cheddar cheese, whatever cheese you have laying around, and then some Fiesta blend cheese. I'll also use that. So we'll go with that, and I'll go ahead and I'll come back again once I get the hamburger prepared. The sauce is already done. I forgot to tell you in the sauce, you're going to want to put a couple teaspoons of cornstarch in cool water and then put it in the sauce to kind of thicken it up a bit. So I forgot to tell you that, but the sauce is done. just waiting on the hamburger now. Then I'll show you how I prepare the tortillas and roll them and get it ready to put in the oven. We want to preheat the oven to about 350. It's going to be in the oven covered for about 45 minutes. And then it'll be done. Now my wife, for a side dish with this, my wife is going to make some Spanish rice and some refried beans, and you'll have that on the side. I'm going to make half cheese enchiladas, half beef enchiladas. So it should come out really great. I'll be back in a bit, like I said, when I start preparing the tortillas. So I'll catch you then. Okay, folks, I've got the hamburger brown now. I put the onions in when it got brown, and we got those about translucent, and that's about where you want to have those. I added my quarter teaspoon of cumin, garlic powder, onion powder, and then salt and pepper to taste. So we got this done now. Now we're going to set this back on the back burner. We can shut this off now, and we're going to set it out of the way, and I'm going to show you how I do my tortillas. I'll be right back. Okay, folks, we're going to start getting these tortillas ready. We're going to use corn tortillas. Now, I prefer the yellow ones. You can use white corn tortillas. So we want to put enough cooking oil in here to cover the bottom of the pan. And once that gets hot, we're going to want to start taking these tortillas, and you don't want to brown them. You just want to heat them up pretty good on both sides. It makes them pliable, so when you get ready to roll them, they'll roll real easy, okay? So I'm going to let that oil get hot, and I'll be right back. Okay, folks, the oil's hot now. I have this pan here. It's probably quite a bit more than I need, but I just don't have another pan to use right now. And I'm probably going to fry about 15 of these tortillas. And we just want to put them in like that just for a minute. You know, you're just kind of heating them up on the bottom so that they'll soften up and roll easy. You don't want to brown them. You brown them, and then they're not going to roll. They're going to want to break on you. So that's about all you want to do right there. Drain the oil off of them, set them on another plate over here. We're going to continue with this until we have like 14 or 15 of these done, okay? And I'll be back again. Just remember, don't over fry these tortillas or they won't hold together. You want them just enough softened up just so that they will roll easy, because we're going to roll these enchiladas. So there's two of them, and it doesn't take very long, folks. So there's two of them done. I'll be right back. Okay, folks, we have the tortillas nice and soft and pliable. You can see here I've done about 14. I think I've done enough. So now we want to start rolling them out. But the first thing you want to do, you want to take some of your sauce here, and you're probably not going to be able to see it, but got this red sauce. You want to put red sauce in the bottom of your pan so that your enchiladas, you don't want them sticking in there, okay? So put some enchilada sauce in there first, and then I'm going to start with the cheese enchiladas. So I just set a tortilla down in there like that. I take some cheese, put it in the middle, and I'm going to take a little bit of this cheddar cheese and put it in there with it. Just a little bit of that, and then we're going to roll it up. You want to roll it up pretty tight, and we're going to set it over here like that. And we're going to do another one. Lay it out here. Take your Fresco cheese, put in there a little bit of your cheddar cheese. And roll it up. You kind of pull it towards yourself when you're rolling it, so you get it pretty tight, okay? Then slide it up there next to that other one. Now, hear me lapping my fingers? That's the best way to clean your hands. My hands are clean. So once I get these all rolled, I'll be right back. Okay, folks, here's my cheese ones. I've got them rolled out in the pan. Now I'm going to start on the beef ones. You roll them the same way. Just set them out, roll them up, put them in there, and I'll be right back. Okay, folks, you can see here they're all rolled up. I ended up with 7 cheese and 6 beef. Got a little out of whack there. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to ladle some of this red sauce over the top. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Get that all over it. Of course, it's going to thicken up some while it's in the oven. But we want to get that red sauce all over there. And of course, there's more red sauce than we needed. So it will freeze. And you put a little of that in the freezer. And you can use that to make some pork and red chili, anything like that, okay? So we can do that. And now we want to take what's left of our cheese that we have here, put it all over it. If you wanted some more of the Fresco, you could grate some more and put some more on there. Now we're going to use what I got left of my cheddar. We're going to throw it on there, just on the top. No big deal. Whatever cheese you have, you can use it up on here. So we're going to go ahead. I've got some Fiesta blend here. We're going to put that all over the top of it. So get that all on there. Make it all pretty. A little more. I like lots of cheese, so you know, if you like cheese, put all there on there that you want. So there's that. So I got rid of some of my leftover cheese. Now we want to cover this up with some aluminum foil. We're going to put it in the oven for about, I have my oven set in my man cave out here. Temp isn't exactly right, so I always set it a little higher, but 350 you do, 350 to 375, whichever you prefer. We're going to go ahead now and we're going to put this in the oven, and we're going to leave it in this oven for about 45 minutes, but after about 30 minutes, I'm going to take it out, uncover it, and then put it back in the oven just to kind of brown the cheese for maybe 10-15 minutes, okay? Alrighty, so I'm going to get things set up so I can have a little chat with you, and I'll be right back. Alright, folks, I have the enchiladas in the oven now, and like I said, we're going to leave them about maybe 30 minutes, and then take them out, uncover them, put them back in for another 10-15 minutes. I have my oven set at 375. 350 to 375 is good. Okay, well, I wanted to get into my neuroendocrine carcinoma with you and let you know what's been going on and why I have not been doing videos. I haven't been doing anything. Basically, I haven't used my RV. I never did any camping this summer. The problem is I'm exhausted all the time. I have no energy to do anything. Even things that you really enjoy doing, you just go, nah, I'm not going to do it. Then the other problem with this rare cancer that I have is there's no specialist nearby. Uh, if you're lucky enough, if you're one of the, I belong to a Facebook group that there's over 5,000 of us with this type of cancer. And if you're fortunate enough to live near a specialist, or if you have enough money and good enough insurance where you can travel to go see a specialist, you're way better off. Where I'm stuck is there's no specialist. So I'm on my second oncologist. The first one just wasn't cutting the mustard. The the second one, he's a really good cancer doctor, and he's good with what he knows, but he's not a specialist with my type of cancer. He just doesn't understand how bad it makes you feel. Now, I got myself on this. It's octreotide. It's it's a short. I have the quick acting that I give myself 4 shots a day. I started on that, and then this new oncologist that I have, he got me approved through the drug manufacturer to get a long acting that you just had to get 1 shot once a month in your rear end. And I thought, boy, that's going to be great. Didn't cost me anything, and but it didn't work for me. The first week I felt pretty good. The second week I started feeling a little worse. By the third and fourth week I felt terrible. And the problem with this cancer that I have, it gives off hormones. So you don't sleep, you get night sweats, you all of a sudden get hot and start your face to turn all red, you start flushing, you get nauseous all the time, and you have no energy. And so the once a month shot just wasn't working for me. So I just told him, I need to go. I gave it 6 months, and it didn't get any better. So I just told him, look, I want to go back on the daily shots. The daily shots cost me $100 a month copay, but and it's a pain to give yourself a shot in the stomach 4 times a day, especially the one in the middle of the night. The one in the middle of the night, I have to get up 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, give myself a shot in the stomach, and then go back to sleep. But I'm better off. I feel better. I'm not nauseous in the morning. I don't get the night sweats, and but my energy level still isn't there. And the problem with this cancer, I don't have a specialist, so he can't tell me what's going on because he doesn't know. So you pretty much, if you don't have a specialist and you have this form of cancer, you have to figure it out on your own. You have to do your own research. You pretty much have to put yourself through med school so you can figure out and specialize in what you have and what's going to work for you. So with my research, what I found out is that people my age, elderly people, your body does not absorb vitamin B12 from your food like it should. So 1 out of 5 seniors is already vitamin B12 deficient. Then I find out that this medication, this octreotide that I given myself, will make you vitamin B12 deficient. So I'm catching it from just by my age and the medication. So there's no wonder I have no energy. So I figured this out, and I go, well, I'll start taking some vitamin B12. So I started doing that every day, and I started that a week ago. And now I'm feeling better. I have a little more energy, and look where I'm at. I'm doing a video that I haven't felt like doing for months. And I apologize, to everybody that stayed with me, and with my doctor, it's kind of like any other form of cancer. They'd get right on it, with chemo, with doing something to get it arrested, get it stopped. With my type of cancer, you know, when I was diagnosed, the doctor said, well, you probably have 5 or more years. But it's 5 or more years of pure hell. You know, if you're feeling like crap every day and no energy and sick to your stomach, the best I can describe it is when you wake up in the morning, it feels like you're coming down with the flu every morning. With these daily shots, it's not near as bad. I feel much better and I'm able to function. But it's like my doctor, you know, he's like, I asked him, isn't there anything else? Don't we have any other options? Isn't there anything we can do? Oh, yeah, we have other things we can do, but we're going to wait and see, you know, if it starts getting more aggressive. And to me, that's like saying, well, your check engine light's on. We know what's causing it. But we're just going to wait until you totally break down, and then we'll try to fix it. You know, that's how it makes sense to me. You know, it's like, you know, if you got a little bit of common sense, you know, you would think that isn't right. But so I do my due diligence. I do my own research. I'm also researching some a doctor that I found who's world renowned in immunotherapy, which is a new up and coming thing to kill cancer, making your immune system kill the cancer. And this doctor worked in labs, and he also, where he was testing the chemically made substances to cause your immune system to do this, but also comparing foods that do the same thing. So I'm changing my diet. I've learned a lot how to boost your immune system, how to, with your diet, you can cause your immune system to attack the cancer and kill the cancer. So I'm also doing that. And you know how I like to cook. So I'm going to put it together, a cookbook and things for other cancer patients that are in the same kind of situation that I am, that could, you know, I'm not going to say that it will help, that it is going to help them, but it certainly can't hurt to be on a good diet. Now, I still smoke. I still like my beer. You know, I'm like Rusty, 78609. You know, I got to have my couple beers a day. And I still smoke. I'm trying to get over that. That's the hardest thing to quit, is smoking. I don't know if you've ever smoked and had to try. But anyway, folks, I wanted to let you know that's why I haven't been doing videos. I'm down to just working 3 days a week. I normally work just Monday and Thursday and Friday. Normally I'm off on Saturday and Sunday and Tuesday and Wednesday. So I'm going to start trying to do some videos, you know, on my days off, and some driving videos around here, show you some things now that I'm feeling better. And I hope I can keep up with that. And hopefully, I'm also going to try to start another channel that's just for people like me that have this rare neuroendocrine carcinoma, and hopefully I can help them with things that I find out. And so we're going to go from there, and I hope you enjoy these red enchiladas. I'll be back when they're done and give you a look at what they let you see what they look like when they come out of the oven. And then when I make my plate, my wife, like I said earlier, I believe I told you, she's making Spanish rice and some refried beans, you know, for a side with it. So once I get my plate made up and everything, I'll show you what it looks like, and we'll go from there. So I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, folks, there's the finished product. I have 2 cheese enchiladas, 1 beef one, some refried beans, and some Spanish rice. It looks like dinner to me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you again on the next one. You have a great rest of your evening and stay well, and God bless.